Today General Hospital will reveal recently, actor Jeff Kober, best known for his portrayal of the villainous Cyrus Renault on General Hospital, caused quite a stir among fans with some unexpected revelations. Previously, after Cyrus Renault, the infamous character Kober played, met his dramatic end in a shocking storyline, fans were left stunned. The character's death came as a surprise to many, leaving behind a whirlwind of questions about the true reasons behind his departure. Initially, Kober had mentioned that he left the show because the character's arc had come to a natural conclusion, and he chose not to reveal further details. However, recent disclosures by the actor have left the fanbase both emotional and intrigued. According to Jeff Kober, before his departure from General Hospital, he faced a serious health issue that required urgent attention. Doctors had diagnosed him with cancer and advised a series of thorough medical tests. During this time, Kober went through a period of anxiety and uncertainty, frequenting various hospitals for tests and consultations. Despite the heavy stress, the final results were fortunately a relief. Kober was not diagnosed with the feared illness. However, the ordeal didn't come without lingering effects. The actor shared that, even though he was cancer-free, the concerns about his health, coupled with his age, left him with lingering physical challenges. These factors, combined with his health scare, led to his decision to take a break from his acting career. While discussing the situation, Kober expressed immense gratitude for being able to overcome the health challenges that had initially placed his life in jeopardy. Yet, he was candid about the toll that playing the dark and complex character of Cyrus Renault had on his mental well-being. The character, who was known for his sinister actions and morally ambiguous persona, was emotionally taxing for the actor, leaving him with a deep psychological impact. Kober admitted that the emotional weight of portraying such a role took a significant toll on his mental health. The constant immersion in the intense and morally conflicted world of Cyrus caused Kober to struggle with his own psyche. As a result, the actor revealed that he needed a significant amount of time away from the limelight to recover and regain his mental and emotional balance. Taking a break was not only a physical necessity but a psychological one as well. He shared that, after leaving the show, he felt the need for a long period of rest and personal healing to distance himself from the intense emotional demands the role had placed on him. This candid admission revealed just how deeply the role had affected him and how necessary it was for him to take care of his mental health after years of portraying such a dark character. In light of his recent disclosures, fans have been moved by Kober's honesty and vulnerability. Many were unaware of the emotional toll acting had taken on him, and they have expressed admiration for his courage in sharing such personal details. His revelation about his health scare and the mental strain he experienced while playing Cyrus has deepened the connection between him and his audience. For many fans, it sheds a new light on the character of Cyrus Renault, showing that behind the villainous persona, there was a man struggling with real-world challenges. Adding another layer of excitement to the mix, Kober hinted that he will soon be returning to General Hospital. This news has sent waves of excitement through the fan community. The idea of Cyrus Renault making a comeback has ignited the imaginations of longtime viewers, sparking discussions and predictions about what his return could mean for the show's complex web of storylines. Fans are eagerly speculating about how Kober's character might be reintroduced, wondering if he will continue his path as a formidable antagonist or if he will undergo some form of redemption. The news of Jeff Kober's potential return to General Hospital has reignited interest in his portrayal of Cyrus Renault, a character who became one of the most memorable and controversial villains in the soap's history. His return promises to bring new layers of drama and intrigue to the already complex dynamics of the show. While fans are excited about what's next for Cyrus, they are also reminded of the emotional and physical journey that Jeff Kober has gone through to get to this point. His willingness to open up about his personal struggles has not only endeared him to fans but also serves as an important reminder of the importance of mental health in the world of acting. Jeff Kober's story is one of resilience and vulnerability, of navigating the difficult terrain of health scares, emotional challenges, and the impact of playing a dark, multi-dimensional character. His honesty about these personal battles has transformed him from an actor known for his portrayal of a ruthless villain into someone who has earned the respect and admiration of many for his courage in facing both physical and psychological obstacles. Fans are eagerly awaiting his return to General Hospital, but more than that, They are rooting for the man behind the character, a man who has shown that even in the world of soap operas, there's more to the story than what meets the eye. However, the news that sent waves of excitement through the fanbase was Jeff Kober's announcement that he will soon be returning to General Hospital. This revelation sparked an immediate frenzy among GH fans, who began eagerly discussing the return of Cyrus Renaud and speculating on the new twists that would be added to the show's intricate storyline. Jeff's recent disclosures have stirred up a massive wave of anticipation, particularly among those who have followed General Hospital for years and have grown attached to the complex, enigmatic character of Cyrus. The news of his return brought hope and curiosity about what new developments would emerge from the unpredictable world of Port Charles, and it became the hot topic of conversation, drawing the attention of a dedicated fanbase eager to see where this new chapter would lead. Jeff Kober's character, Cyrus Renaud, had become one of the most unforgettable villains in the history of General Hospital. His portrayal of the morally ambiguous and ruthlessly calculating Cyrus resonated deeply with viewers, who were captivated by the depth and complexity of the character. Whether Cyrus was scheming his next move or confronting his troubled past, his presence on the screen left a significant impact. The idea of his return ignited excitement, as fans speculated on how his character might evolve or how he might continue to shape the already tense dynamics within the General Hospital world. Beyond his role as a beloved character on General Hospital, Jeff Kober has left an indelible mark through his personal life story, which is just as inspiring as his career in acting. In a past interview with General Hospital star Maurice Benardwa portrays Sonny Corinth-Oscaber opened up about the struggles he faced in his youth. He shared a deeply personal experience that has shaped his life both on and off screen, the tragic death of a close friend in a car accident when he was a teenager. The incident led to a profound emotional crisis, leaving Kober with years of inner turmoil and guilt. He admitted that this traumatic event had a lasting effect on him, as he grappled with overwhelming feelings of remorse and the need for self-forgiveness. Kober candidly discussed how, over the years, he fought to overcome the psychological scars of this trauma. His road to healing wasn't easy, but it was through his acting and therapy that he was able to navigate the emotional landscape of his past. His work in therapy, along with his commitment to acting, provided a safe outlet for him to confront and process his pain. Jeff spoke about how acting became not just a career but a form of therapy for him, allowing him to channel his emotions into his craft and gradually begin the process of emotional recovery. In the interview, Jeff highlighted the importance of therapy in his journey to healing. He discussed how the therapeutic process enabled him to release the burdens of his past and move forward. The therapeutic work was vital not just in helping him cope with the loss of his friend but also in assisting him in dealing with the intense mental and emotional challenges that came with his portrayal of such a dark and complex character like Cyrus Renaud. This insight into his personal struggles resonated with fans, who admired not only his acting skills but also his courage in confronting the personal demons that had shaped his life. Jeff's willingness to open up about his past struggles brought a new dimension to his character, both on screen and off. Fans began to understand the emotional weight that had been carried with him throughout his career, and they could now see the healing process that had taken place over the years. His vulnerability in sharing his experiences with fans created a deeper connection between him and the audience. For many, it was a reminder that actors, despite their ability to bring characters to life, are real people with real struggles that sometimes mirror the pain and suffering their characters endure. This personal insight into Jeff Kober's life also shed light on the profound effect that acting can have on an individual's mental health. His role as Cyrus Renaud, a character constantly battling his own demons, became a way for him to explore his own unresolved emotions. For Kober, playing such a multi-layered character allowed him to face his past in ways that were both cathartic and transformative. The intense emotional toll that came with portraying such a character was not lost on him, but it also allowed him to heal and move forward. Now, with his return to General Hospital on the horizon, fans are eagerly anticipating the next chapter in Cyrus Renaud's story. They're not only excited to see how Kober's character will re-enter the fray of Port Charles, but they're also deeply appreciative of the actor's resilience and openness. Jeff's return isn't just about reviving a fan-favorite character, it's a testament to his journey of personal growth, healing, and the power of storytelling. As Cyrus Renault makes his return to the screen, fans are not just witnessing a beloved character's reappearance, they're also witnessing a man's full-circle journey from trauma to recovery, and the strength it took to embrace that journey. Jeff Kober's story is one of immense strength, both as an actor and as a person. His willingness to share his struggles with mental health and personal loss has deepened the audience's admiration for him, transcending his role as a villain and elevating him to a symbol of resilience. Fans eagerly await his return, not only to see what new storylines will unfold for Cyrus Renault but to continue supporting Jeff Kober in his journey, both as an actor and as an individual who has overcome so much to be where he is today. Jeff Kober's revelations about his personal journey have struck a deep chord with General Hospital fans, igniting a wave of support and reflection on the importance of mental health, a subject the actor has been candid about discussing throughout his career. His openness regarding the emotional and psychological challenges he has faced not only fostered empathy from his audience but also brought attention to an issue that often remains hidden behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood mental well-being. Kober's honesty about his struggles with guilt, loss, and recovery has opened up a dialogue about the impact that personal trauma can have on an individual's mental state, especially for those in the public eye. The actor's vulnerability in addressing these issues has allowed him to connect with fans on a much deeper level, offering not only insight into his own healing process, but also hope for others who may be dealing with their own emotional battles. In his conversation with Maurice Benard on the State of Mind podcast, Kober shared deeply personal aspects of his life, including the devastating impact of a tragic accident in his youth that left him reeling with guilt. The death of his close friend in a car crash when he was a teenager marked a pivotal moment in his life. It was a traumatic event that haunted him for many years, as he struggled with overwhelming feelings of responsibility and regret. Kober described how this event cast a long shadow over his emotional state, influencing his mental health and his ability to move forward in life. The sense of guilt that lingered after the accident was profound, and it was only through years of reflection, therapy, and his work in acting that he was able to start healing from the emotional wounds caused by this trauma. His personal recovery story is one of resilience. Kober explained how, in the early years after the tragedy, he was overwhelmed by feelings of despair and hopelessness. At one point, he even considered giving up on life altogether. However, it was through his work as an actor that he was able to find an outlet for his grief and guilt. Kober's performances, especially those involving emotionally complex characters, became a form of therapy. The catharsis he experienced while portraying his characters allowed him to confront his own demons in a safe and constructive way. Through acting, he was able to express the feelings that had long been suppressed, gradually finding a path to emotional freedom and self-acceptance. Kober's story sheds light on the transformative power of creative expression. For him, acting wasn't just about portraying a character on screen. It was a way to process and heal from the pain he had carried for much of his life. He described how his journey through therapy and acting enabled him to release the emotional burden of guilt, providing him with the mental clarity to move forward. His commitment to emotional and psychological healing is a testament to the importance of addressing one's mental health, especially for individuals who, like Kober, have experienced significant trauma. His openness about the therapeutic benefits of acting has resonated with many fans, as it showcases how art can serve as a powerful tool for healing. The honesty with which Kober shared his struggles and recovery has not only deepened the bond between him and his fans but has also created a greater understanding of the emotional toll that acting, especially in complex roles, can have on an actor's mental health. His portrayal of Cyrus Renault, a character marked by moral ambiguity and psychological complexity, was not merely a performance but a reflection of Kober's own emotional struggles. The emotional depth he brought to the role was not only a testament to his talent but also to his ability to channel his personal pain into his work. Cyrus Renault, with all of his flaws and internal conflicts, became an outlet for Kober's own process of emotional reconciliation, further blurring the line between the actor and his character. Fans have expressed their admiration for Kober's transparency and courage in discussing the psychological effects that his work had on him. Many have shared how his openness about his struggles has inspired them to confront their own mental health issues with more honesty and compassion. Kober's willingness to speak candidly about his battles has broken down barriers and reduced the stigma surrounding mental health, particularly within the entertainment industry, where actors are often expected to be larger-than-life figures without any acknowledgement of the personal challenges they face. His story has not only made him more relatable to his audience, but has also empowered others to seek help and to recognize the importance of mental health in their own lives. In addition to inspiring his fans, Kober's revelations about his recovery have sparked an important conversation within the General Hospital fan community. Many fans have reflected on the role of emotional and psychological growth in storytelling, recognizing how Kober's real-life experiences have informed his portrayal of Cyrus Renaud. The depth and complexity of Cyrus as a character were not simply a product of the writer's work but were shaped by Kober's own emotional journey. His experience of overcoming personal trauma and finding healing through his craft added layers to the character, making Cyrus not just a villain but a tragic figure whose motivations and actions could be understood through the lens of his own struggles. Kober's return to General Hospital has become a source of both excitement and anticipation for his fans. His departure from the show left a significant void, and his absence has been felt by those who appreciated his portrayal of Cyrus as one of the most compelling and multifaceted characters on the show. The idea of his return to Port Charles has reignited the hopes of fans who are eager to see how Cyrus's character will evolve, especially in light of Kober's personal growth. There is a sense that, with his return, Cyrus may undergo a transformation of his own, perhaps becoming more reflective or even redeemable, depending on how Kober brings his personal journey into his portrayal. Fans are hopeful that his return will bring not only new dramatic storylines, but also a deeper exploration of the character's emotional complexity. Moreover, Kober's journey of healing has allowed him to reconnect with his passion for acting in a way that is both cathartic and fulfilling. His decision to return to General Hospital is not just about reviving a fan-favorite character, it represents a continuation of his own healing process. The role of Cyrus Renaud, once a source of emotional strain, has now become a part of his healing journey. The opportunity to return to the show allows Kober to fully embrace the therapeutic power of his craft, bringing his own experiences of growth and recovery into his work. In conclusion, Jeff Kober's openness about his personal struggles and his journey to mental and emotional healing has not only endeared him to fans but has also sparked a broader discussion about the importance of mental health in the entertainment industry. His candidness about the therapeutic role of acting in his own recovery has encouraged many to explore the emotional benefits of creative expression. As Kober returns to General Hospital, fans eagerly await not just the dramatic twists his character will face, but also the depth and authenticity he will bring to Cyrus Renaud, a character who is as much a reflection of Kober's own journey as he is a fictional creation. This intersection of personal growth and professional storytelling is what makes Kober's return so highly anticipated and meaningful, not just for the show, but for the broader conversation about mental health, resilience, and the power of artistic expression. With the return of Jeff Kober to General Hospital, the fan base is buzzing with excitement, eager to see what new developments will unfold for his character, Cyrus Renaud. The question on everyone's mind is whether Cyrus, the ruthless and manipulative villain who had captured the audience's attention since his debut, will remain a formidable antagonist or if there will be an unexpected shift in his character arc. Fans are speculating about the possibility will Cyrus continue to wreak havoc in Port Charles, or will his return mark the beginning of a redemption arc, where the character undergoes significant personal transformation. These questions are fueling a wave of anticipation, leaving viewers eager to see how this complex, morally ambiguous character will evolve in the upcoming episodes. Since first appearing on General Hospital in 2020, Cyrus Renaud has been a central figure in the show's narrative, a villain whose backstory and motivations were as complex as they were dark. His connections to organized crime, his strained relationships with family members, and his willingness to go to any lengths to achieve his goals have made him a compelling antagonist. From manipulating those around him to committing heinous acts for personal gain, Cyrus quickly became one of the most notable villains in the GH universe. His ability to appear calm and calculated, all while hiding his true, dangerous nature, has made him a character that viewers love to hate. Yet, underneath his ruthless persona, there have always been glimpses of vulnerability, especially regarding his family relationship, particularly with his sister, Laura, and his brother, Martin. These moments of emotional complexity have led many fans to question whether there is more to Cyrus than meets the eye. As Cobra returns to the show, the potential for new layers of this character to emerge is tantalizing. Given Cobra's own personal journey and the revelations he has shared about his life off-screen, it is likely that his portrayal of Cyrus will reflect the growth and change he has experienced as a person. This creates the possibility that, rather than continuing down his path as a cold-blooded criminal mastermind, Cyrus might undergo a transformation that could surprise even the most devoted fans. Could Cobra bring a new depth to his character, one that is more sympathetic or reflective? Could he explore the internal conflict within Cyrus, forcing him to question his past actions and the legacy he wants to leave behind? These are all questions that will undoubtedly keep fans on the edge of their seats. The idea of a redemption arc for Cyrus Renault is one that has been speculated by fans ever since his character was introduced. While his actions in the past have been unforgivable, the complexity of his motivations and the occasional glimpses of remorse suggest that a shift toward redemption is not entirely out of the question. This idea became even more plausible after Cobra's recent personal revelations, in which he shared how his own life experiences shaped his approach to acting and character development. Could this new perspective inform the way he plays Cyrus, adding a layer of self-awareness or introspection to the character? If Cyrus were to acknowledge the harm he's caused and begin to make amends, the storyline could take a bold turn, challenging viewers' perceptions of him and perhaps even eliciting sympathy for a character who has long been seen as a villain. However, there is also the possibility that Cyrus will continue to embrace his role as a villain, coming back stronger and more determined to regain his power in Port Charles. The intrigue around his character has always stemmed from his unyielding drive to achieve his goals, regardless of the cost to those around him. If his return takes the route of vengeance and power struggles, it could set the stage for high-stakes drama and intense conflicts with the show's other central characters. Cyrus's relationships with figures like Sonny, Jason, and even his own family members could become more complex and dangerous, creating a power vacuum in Port Charles that could destabilize the city. In this scenario, fans could expect the same level of intensity and suspense that made Cyrus's earlier storylines so captivating. Cobra's return to General Hospital also raises the possibility of new alliances and confrontations. With his return, Cyrus may find himself at odds with new characters or rekindling old rivalries. How will his relationships with characters like Laura, Martin, and even Jocelyn evolve now that his past actions have led to significant fallout? Will he be able to regain trust or forge new connections, or will his past mistakes be too much to overcome? His strained relationships with his family, especially with Laura, will undoubtedly be a focal point of his return. The emotional stakes are high, as these family dynamics have been central to his character's development. If Cyrus returns with a changed perspective, the impact on his relationships could be seismic, adding new emotional layers to the storylines that have already been established. Additionally, Cyrus's return could influence the larger narrative of General Hospital as a whole. With his character's history of involvement in organized crime and his connections to various factions within Port Charles, his actions could set off a chain reaction that affects not only his personal relationships but also the broader power dynamics of the show. Whether he remains a villain or takes a new path, his presence will likely create ripple effects throughout the show, impacting not just his enemies but also the people who once considered him a friend or ally. For the fans of General Hospital, the anticipation of Jeff Cobra's return as Cyrus Renault is more than just the reappearance of a beloved character. It is a moment that carries with it the promise of new twists, new conflicts, and possibly new insights into a character that has long been one of the most complex and unpredictable figures on the show. As viewers, we are left to wonder how much Cyrus Renault has changed since his departure, and what new directions his character will take. Will he embrace the darkness that has defined him, or will he find a way to heal and seek redemption? The return of Jeff Cobra to General Hospital promises to provide the answers, but it also keeps us on the edge of our seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in Cyrus Renault's dramatic story.